on, join in on the fun and grab your glue gun. It's the Preppy Crafty Girls Show.
Hey everyone, it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I'm here for a thrift store haul. I recently went to one of my favorite stores and I picked up some awesome fibers. So all kinds of yarns. There's like baby quilt yarn, which is really awesome. Nice and fine. Such a pretty color too. It's one of my favorite colors. I love a minty green. Then I found this confetti looking one. It has white and it's got a little bit of pink and mint and yellow and blue. This one is just a pretty blue color. Feels like it's cotton. Then this is a nubby aqua one of my favorite colors, the color of my camper. And this is yellow. It's fuzzy, super soft, and kind of thick, so really nice weight to make tassels from. I found this nubby kind of gray and a charcoal, really pretty, and then it's the same one but in a light gray. So I thought those would be pretty, make pretty tassels. Then there's this springy kind of green. This feels like a cotton weight too. Here's another charcoal gray. This is a little more heathered. There is just a little bit of this left because I gave away, well, I had a big roll of this and a big roll of this, but I just took a little bit for myself and I gave them to my pastor's daughter who is learning how to crochet and she's making little bracelets. So I thought, oh, and her favorite color is blue. So I gave her some of my blue yarns. Then I found this green. It's got a little bit of teal, and I thought this is really pretty for fall. Then this nubby white one, which is really kind of cool. Be fun to add to tassels. And then this one's really pretty. This is a baby kind of spring color, mint and pink and white shades. So I did get that. Those are all of my yarns. Aren't they fun? So lots of fun yarns. Then I found, because I'm doing on the 30th, which maybe this will probably be after the 30th by the time I post. However, I went with, I picked these up because not to use them, but to use them with Hazel. Hazel and I on the 30th are doing a jelly plate play session, and I thought these would be fun to use in the jelly plate. They are sealed, but anything that has to do with food, if it's at a thrift store, I don't use it for that intention. So that's going to be jelly plated. Then, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. I found the Walt Disney, the Love Bug, Herbie the Love Bug. This was my very first movie I saw as a child at the drive-in. It was the Herbie the Love Bug. Wasn't it Suzanne Plachette? Oh no, this was a different lady. What was her name? Michelle Lee was in that. But of course with Dean Jones and Buddy Hackett, he always played the funny man. So anyway, I picked that up. Does it have ephemera? Because that would be awesome. It does not. It just has this thing. So I wonder if this has even been played. It looks like it's in really good shape, and I do have a VHS player, so I'm definitely going to try this out and see if it works, but I mainly got it to use the paper on the inside too. But if it works, it'd be great. Speaking of inserted paper, there was this one for Charlie Brown Christmas. Now, I've used this one before on my journal cover for a Dory, and I'll probably do the same thing again this year just because it makes me happy. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. I found some cards. So this one was just single all by itself. So I did find that one, and then this one was really cute. This one is it says designed in the USA, Bright Agency. I don't know. but they are embossed, and it's just a cute little bird, and it's just a little blank note card, and I can always use little blank note cards to put in Happy Mail, and I picked those up because it came with the envelopes and the little card. I found these, which I thought were really cool. I'm going to use these probably for a 4th of July display, but there's 2 in a pack, and they are frames, but it has the American Eagle at the top. So I thought I'm going to put these, I'm going to get like some kind of frame. I don't know what yet, but even on a clipboard would be really cute. Maybe I'll do clipboards for my 4th of July display next year. So those are going to go in my 4th of July display. Okay, then I found, this is so crazy. I found this in a box. It went to the mall game, or Mall Madness it was called. It was a Milton Bradley game. And the guy's like, okay. I said, I just want it for the little chipboard things. And so I just saw it because it's got clearance and sale. I thought these are so cute, the little chipboard bits. And then it has like different stores in the mall. So this is from 1989. So perfect for like 80s journals or retail journals. And you could hang these as a charm. I just thought they were super, super cute, and they will be so fun just to use. So they have elevators, and they used to have the water fountain in the center of the mall, and then it's got the marquee outside the door. Wouldn't that be cute for a tag topper? Oh my goodness. The windows, and then the marquee windows over the door are really cool. I guess it had an ATM, it says bank. That part I think is missing. So, whoopsie. Anyway, thought this will be fun to use. I don't know how I'm going to use it yet. I don't foresee anything in my future. I do want to do some true 80s journals, and so maybe I use them all for the 80s journal. Hocus Focus and computers. Okay, this looks like that's part of the board. It was part of the board because it's all in one. Oh, this is the game board right here. Okay, that's the game board. This piece right here. So apparently it had pegs. I probably should look the game up because I'm not really sure. But like I said, I did not get it. It didn't have all the pieces. This is the only thing that was in the bin. There was a lady who was checking out, and she's like, "Oh, I see you have some pieces to the game." She goes, "I have the box," but she put like a bunch of trinkets for her kid in the box, and it was full. And she's like, "Do you want the box?" And I'm like, "No, it's okay. I don't need the box. I really just wanted the little pieces that went with it." So I'm gonna have to probably cut this. I'll cut this apart and use it. Okay, then I got these cute little boxes. So those would be nice to when I'm working on a project and I just need something small to put things in. So there's 3 of those in that pack. I found some of these little Hallmark vintage. I don't know how vintagey these are. Not really sure. But they're little Santas, and I thought he'd be so cute poking out of a pocket or on a tag, so I did get those. And whenever I can find some napkins, I always try to pick up napkins because I could always use them. These probably came from Walmart or something, Hobby Lobby maybe. But anyway, so I picked those up. If I can find them inexpensive, I will grab them. I also needed some fall leaves, so I was super happy because I went to go get some fall leaves, and the only place I could find them, they wanted too much for them around here. So I was like, forget it. And then I ended up finding some. I didn't need very many. I'm doing a little fall display right now. and I wanted some faux leaves. The other thing I found were, look at these, there's two of them, but how cute with the little fuzzy Santa. Now, I think I need to finish this off. It just looks like I need to kind of cross over there, and this will not have the red that goes all the way around it, but I thought, oh, these would be really cute to put on covers for journals. Then I found a bag of, these are so 80s, and I found a bag. They look like they just came from somewhere, I don't know. But I found a bag of these little puppy hearts. Oh my gosh, we used to take the puppy hearts and we would take the slick paint, the tulip paint, and we would put them on our, I think it's more like early 90s. We would put them on our sweatshirts with ribbon. So you would kind of dot the ribbon down, twist it, put it all over the tops of the sweatshirt, and then you could put these on there also. So anyway, they just reminded me of that era. I picked up some of these colored keychain topper thingies. I went to go get some at Home Depot and they were so expensive. It was nuts. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not spending that much on them. So I did find these and I like them because they have the little label you can put right in here to label your keys. And that was probably cost me 25 cents. So score. Super excited about those. All right, I found little jemmies. These are just from Dollar Tree, but I probably paid 25 cents for these. And then I found these Next Gen X pencil. Okay, I really wanted these for myself. So because it has this little, you can blow it and the thing, oh, can you see that? The thing spins, so they're interactive. I thought these would be so much fun to put in my craft activity books, my adult craft activity books. So those are going to go with those three that I'm in the process of working on. I found 2 sets of old Rook cards, which I thought were pretty cool. Even if you use this side for, if you do October. And then there were some newer Rook. It says it had Millborn, so I wonder if there's some Millborn cards in here too. No, they all look like Rook. No, they're all Rook cards. So some are old and some are newer, but I love the fact that they've got the numbers on the back. They're always fun to use. Oh, I need that 12 right now for... So I got those. Sorry, somebody's texting me and my phone is in the other side of the house and it is, for some reason, keeps going off in like a group chat. And so now they're all group chatting during my video. So you know who you are because I know you watch me on here. Okay, look at this. Oh my goodness, I had to get it. It is Blue Zebra. I'm not a zebra person, but I'm thinking 80s, my 80s, 90s. An 80s or a 90s journal, had to have that. So yeah, super fun taking that off because what I do with my ribbons, I've been putting them on these cards that I got packets of these at the thrift store, and so I've been able to wind all my ribbons down to this, and it takes way less storage. I thought about tracing around it and using my scan and cut and making myself some so I have some extras. So I may end up doing that. But yeah, this was another one I found. It has ABC 1, 2, 3. So that's cute for school, back to school. Not that I'm doing anything like that right now. I found this sugar plum decorating kit by Wilton, and it had all these little what do you call these things? The decorator tips. And I thought those are so cool for cookbook journals, for dangles on cookbook journals. and you can just pop a hole in them, super easy. And so anyway, so I grabbed this because I thought I'll definitely use it. They even have some plastic ones. I haven't washed these yet. They're also good for texture paste. Like these bigger ones are cool to use for texture paste, or also for clay. If you're doing any kind of clay work, they're also good for that. So I got that. Oh my goodness, I'm running out of room on my desk. Sorry. Then I found this for my fall journal, which I was super excited about. It's all the fall colors, pinks and browns and orange, and it was a belt. So I'm just going to use it as a tie. I'll take these off. These are super heavy, but I have other D-rings that I could use that aren't this heavy. These are too heavy for a journal, I think, personally. I got a baseball for my 4th of July summer display. So pick that up. I found some of these craft scissors, which these actually work. These are our Fiskars. I always try the craft scissors and the punches out before I leave the store, just to make sure, because you cannot return anything. And I don't have this like a pinking, so I thought that's kind of cool. I have pinking shears, but every pinking shear is different, if you didn't know that. The other thing I got, which I was super excited about because I go through this like crazy, and that is this. I found a whole bag, and the guy charged me $1, and I got a whole bag of this polyfill traditional batting. So if anybody knows, if you ever buy any of this stuff, it's gotten crazy expensive, and this is for a full size bed. So that's how much is in here. So I was super excited about that. So I guess I'm going to be making some soft, fluffy journals. And then I did get some fabric, which I washed and cleaned and everything. So, and I ironed. Yes, I'm that kind of person. I iron my fabrics. This one is this really cool kind of woven type of fabric, maybe used for curtains. I'm not really sure. And I got that because I can dye this. So I thought, I'm going to start getting some textural white ones or cream ones so that I can use it for dyeing. I did find this. There were just scraps. So this one was just like a bunch of scraps, but I thought it was super pretty for spring or summer journals to use as tag toppers. There was a whole thing of denim. So I got like a yard of the denim. I found this frog one. There's 2.5 yards of this Signature Classics by Oakhurst Textiles. So I do not like frogs personally, but if I did a boy journal, or this is probably going to make its way to the live sale, some of that. And then I found this one, which would be great for Alice in Wonderland. So like, woo, woo. But I think somebody used all 3 of these together to probably make a quilt. And that's why they got it, because there was like 2 yards of each. And I thought, I bet you they were going to work on a quilt. And this is so Mary Englebright to me, with the black and the white going around it, just that whole era. There was no maker's mark on it, so I don't know who made it. And then I found seersucker in this really pretty springy kind of green. I thought that would just be fun to use. I found a sheet, and I already cut part of this up because I thought, you know what, I'm going to see if I can't bleach it and see what I can get out of it. So I am working on a series of kind of shabby cottage journals. And then I picked this up. I have no idea what this is from. I know it's probably driving my camera crazy right now because it's so wild. So maybe flip it. Maybe I'll flip. Nope, that side's not any better. And those lines aren't any better. But this was some kind of outfit. I don't know if it was used for like Mardi Gras or what, but the print goes all the way through. So it's a very well-made fabric, almost like how batik goes all the way through. So anyway, I picked it up. I just thought, oh my goodness, this is just such fun, like carnival type fabric. I thought this would be really fun for summer. And with some jelly plate paper would just make a cool, fun art journal. There's so much of it came off of that outfit. It was this massive ruffly outfit. So I did some deconstruction of that. But anyway, that is what I picked up. Oh, I did pick up one other thing. I'm getting ready to watch this while I get some crafting in. And this is Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed. This is Scooby-Doo 2. I've not seen it. I've seen the first one, but I'm going to watch the second one while I get some crafting in today. So thank you again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my thrift haul, and you will be seeing a lot of this stuff coming. So I will show my results of my jelly plate adventure with Hazel at Hazel and Aka Designs, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
The preppy craft girl, living in her crafty world. She loves creating junk journals, surrounded with vintage things and wall.
Hey everyone, it's Jonna, the preppy crafty girl, and I'm here today for a thrift store stall. A thrift store haul. Oh my!